Hello and welcome back to my channel. So before we jump into this video that is a summary of chapter 6 of Jane Eyre, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, like this video, all that usual stuff. Okay, so Jane Eyre, chapter 6. Jane is at Lowood School and they get up before dawn and it is so cold. All the girls, trying to wash their faces, freshen up in the morning. It's so cold where they are being kept that the water inside the place is frozen. This morning they have porridge, but this porridge at least is palpable and they can at least eat it. It's okay. And Jane gets started with being a student here. So she starts doing actual lessons with everyone else, and that includes sewing. And while she is sitting sewing, she's just kind of like taking things in, observing other students as well as the teachers. And she notices this one teacher who is Miss Scratchard, and she notices just how nitpicky she is with this one girl, Helen Burns. Just like Helen can be doing everything well and being so polite and proper, and yet Miss Scratchard is just still upset with her. It's still not good enough for her. And then it gets to the point that Miss Scratchard is so upset with Helen that she whips Helen's neck with a bundle of twigs. So yeah, that's just like a little peek into what some of the teachers are like at this school. Now, I do want to say not all of the teachers are like that there. And so Jane later in the chapter is wandering around, and she doesn't really feel bad for kind of taking this free time to herself, and she eventually finds Helen and she talks to her and she learns her name for the first time, and she talks to her a little bit about Miss Scratchard, and she's just kind of like, wow, she was so hard on you. And Helen is just kind of like, I'm okay. Like, she just wants me to improve. She wants me to achieve the best I'm capable of, and so that's why she pushes me so hard. She's very patient, Helen is. And she reminds Jane of like scriptures about how you need to turn the other cheek and all of that. And Jane, she admires Helen, but Jane is also kind of just like, I could not do that. And not only that, but not only is Helen super patient with Miss Scratchard, but she's also like, she's right in her criticisms of me. She's right that I, am not perfect. I'm not to her standard. In this chapter, Helen and Jane, they also talk a little bit about Miss Temple, who, like I said, she is not one of those super difficult, hard teachers. She's very sweet. She's very caring for the girls there. You get the sense from Miss Temple that the conditions at the school are not Miss Temple's doing. Like, if she could provide more for these children, she would. But that's on Brocklehurst, and we all know what he is. And Jane mentions to Helen, she's like, haven't you noticed that Miss Temple, like, she doesn't treat you that way? And Helen says it's because she does act better around Miss Temple than she does Miss Scratchard. And through this conversation, Jane does mention, like, it's hard to love your enemies, and especially when you consider her situation with Mrs. Reed, her terrible aunt. And Jane tells Helen that story, and Helen just kind of basically tells her, don't focus so much on your pain in that situation. Don't let her take so much of your energy. So that's essentially chapter 6 of Jane Eyre. Once again, please make sure to subscribe to this channel. Even if you're using just one of these videos, it helps so much, and it also gives you the opportunity to maybe get more help in English later on down the road. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you around. Bye.